In the heart of a bustling city stood a small but vibrant community where change was brewing. It was a community where women were expected to adhere to traditional roles, confined by societal norms and expectations. Yet, within this seemingly rigid framework, there were whispers of change, whispers that grew louder with each passing day. Among these women was Maya, a spirited young woman with dreams that soared higher than the tallest skyscrapers. Maya was different. She refused to accept the limitations imposed upon her by society. Instead, she dared to defy them, to challenge the status quo. Maya's journey towards equality began with small acts of defiance. She spoke up in meetings, offering her ideas and opinions with unwavering confidence. She refused to be silenced, even when faced with opposition from those who believed that a woman's place was in the home, not in the workplace. Despite the obstacles she faced, Maya persevered. She worked tirelessly, determined to prove herself in a world where opportunities for women were scarce. And slowly but surely, her efforts began to bear fruit. As Maya's reputation grew, so too did her influence within the community. Other women looked up to her as a beacon of hope, a symbol of what was possible when one dared to dream and to fight for equality. Inspired by Maya's example, they too began to speak out, to demand their rights, and to strive for a better future. Together, Maya and her fellow trailblazers embarked on a journey to tear down the barriers that had long confined them. They organized rallies and protests, marching through the streets with banners held high, chanting slogans of empowerment and equality. Their voices echoed off the walls of buildings, reverberating through the city like a thunderous roar. Yet, their fight was not without its challenges. There were those who sought to quash their movement, who feared the changes it might bring. But Maya and her allies refused to be deterred. They stood firm in their convictions, drawing strength from one another as they faced adversity head-on. Slowly but surely, the tides began to turn. Laws were changed, policies were reformed, and attitudes began to shift. Women were given access to education and employment opportunities previously denied to them. They were no longer confined to the roles society had prescribed for them. Instead, they were free to pursue their passions and fulfill their potential. And as the community flourished under the banner of equality, Maya looked out upon the cityscape with a sense of pride and satisfaction. She had helped to spark a revolution, to change the course of history for generations to come. But she knew that their work was far from over. For Maya, true equality was not just about breaking down barriers, it was about building a world where every person, regardless of gender, race, or background, had the opportunity to thrive. And so, she continued to fight, knowing that the journey towards equality was one that would require perseverance, determination, and unwavering courage. As the sun set on the horizon, casting a warm glow over the city below, Maya stood tall, her heart filled with hope for a future where equality reigned supreme. And though the road ahead would be long and arduous, she knew that as long as she had her fellow warriors by her side,